Hello, this is video asynchronous at home lesson number 2. This is going to be for lesson 10, solo. Without further ado, I am going to present my screen to you so that you can see how to get to it. Your Amplify curriculum login, your main page looks like this. You're going to go to 7A Red Scarf Girl. And then you're going to go to subunit 3 Red Scarf Girl, a memoir of the Cultural Revolution. At that point, you're going to go all the way down to lesson 2, the moves a writer makes. We have done all of these tabs, or should have finished and completed all of these tabs in class, especially the writing. The exit ticket is due October 30th. This is a formative assessment. That should have been gone over in class as well, if we got to it. If not, that's something that we'll work through. Okay. Lesson 8 is the solo. I'm sorry, tab 8 is the solo. I am going to present that to you now. On card 2, you will find the reading. And we are going to read An Educable Child, which starts on page 111 in the book, if that is where you are starting from or you're reading from. Unless, sometimes I feel like it's easier to read it in the book than it is on the actual Amplify platform. It just depends, especially with the Chromebooks. So that's up to you. Okay, you all have the book. It would start on, again, page 111, An Educable Child. Okay, and then we're going to start with the questions. One side note, don't forget that you can listen, and you should, to the 20-minute read as you read along, either on the platform online or in your book. Just press play, and it will read it out loud to you. So number 1, why didn't Ji Lee want to work on the exhibit? A, she was concerned it would take her away from her studies. B, she didn't want to work with Bai Shan and be teased for liking him. C, she didn't think someone with a bad political background should work on it. D, she was afraid of what would happen to her father if she worked on it. Go back in, read, and answer the question. Reread and answer the question. Number 2 says, 2 parts. What did teacher Zhang convince Ji Lee to do? A, work on a project celebrating the Communist Party. B, try out for a speech contest in support of the Cultural Revolution. C, audition for the children's art troupe. Or D, join the Mao Zedong thought study group. That's a right there question. Go back into the reading if you need to find what teacher Zhang convinced Ji Lee to do. Part 2, which statement from the text shows the most convincing thing teacher Zhang said to her? How did she convince her? A, I was told you were in the children's troupe, arts troupe. B, your Mandarin is excellent and you won several speech contests. C, I believe you were brave enough to face and eventually overcome the difficulties of life. D, I hope you will accept and try to win honor for our class. Once you're finished with that, click next. This is going to be card 5 or question 3. Ji Lee learned that she and Lin Lin had which 2 of these things in common? A, they both have mothers with medical conditions and had their homes searched. B, they have mothers detained at work for questioning and had their homes searched. C, they had mothers with medical conditions and both of them loved to sew. Or D, they had mothers detained at work and both loved to sew. Go to card 6. Number 4, what amazed Julie about herself? A, she was amazed that she knew Mao's face well enough to make his likeness out of millet grains. Sorry. B, she was amazed that she was able to get along with other students she had to work with. C, she was amazed that she had it in her to study hard, get her homework done, and have time to get the big project done. Or D, she was amazed that she liked Bai Shan, even though he was suspected of disrespecting Chairman Mao. Click next. We're now on card 7 or question 5. This question has 2 parts. What is Ducky's claim about Bai Shan? A, he's very talented. B, he likes Ji Li. C, he showed disrespect to Chairman Mao. Or D, he gossips a lot. Part 2, what evidence from the text supports that claim? A, he's always looking at you. B, don't be so childish. C, ever since Bai Shan had left self-study class that day, Chang Hong had seemed to disapprove of him. Or D, he does everything so well. And then the last card and the last question, number 6. Why did Ji Li envy Chang Hong? A, Ji Li envied Chang Hong's good family and political status. B, Ji Li envied Chang Hong's artistic talent. C, Ji Li envied Chang Hong's success in school. Or D, Ji Li envied how devoted Chang Hong was to her brother. That is the last question. Please make sure that you click hand in when you are finished. And again, as I've always said, and continue to say, if you need any help, if there are any questions that arise, if there are any issues that arise while you are at home, please use either Schoology to email me or use Talking Points to text message me. I will get back to you that day at some point. Now that we are on some completely different schedules, Wednesday would be a great day that, I will catch up with you, but I definitely will respond the same day. I hope everybody stays healthy. I will see you guys in class. Have a great weekend. Again, this is due November 3rd, the solo, just like the other solos. So both solos are due November 3rd. Both exit tickets are due October 30th. Have a great day.